Streaming now.
Okay, welcome back. For everyone on YouTube, we had previously started the stream, but it seems like some people had to go AFK, so we are doing a restart on the stream now. Tonight we are having Master of the House versus Team Chaos for the Ryze bracket. This is round one. The format is now best of three. That was previously decided, I believe, at the beginning of the week, or from last week. So we are going to start this match in a second here and get this on the way. For teammates, we have on Master of the House, Kijian, Get Handled, Worm Turtle 876, NB Dark Name, and Tone.
Switch over here. Oh, for our first band, we do have Gangplank. Team KS consists of Tofu, Luminous, D-End, RECV, and I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading that name. But I'll get to it in just a second. It looks like we have 4 bands: Gangplank, Shen, Kennen, Shaco, Cassiopeia. And we're waiting for the last band, Lee Sin.
So yeah, it looks like they did some work on checking who plays what, because Kennen, I just know that Master of the House generally doesn't like Kennen, so they that's a pretty standard band. Gangplank, Cassiopeia, again, really strong champions. Not sure if those were specifically directed at Team Chaos, but they're most likely. And then Shen, Shaco, and Lee Sin are all champions that have been played by Master of the House players pretty frequently, so those are definitely targeted bands, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. The last team member for Team KS is Baltsu, or Baltsu. Not sure the pronunciation there. For the first 2 picks for Master of the House, we have Cho'Gath and Caitlyn. And for the first 2 picks for Team KS, we have Mordekaiser and Vayne.
Caitlyn versus Vayne, I think, is pretty good. Unfortunately, I still agree that Caitlyn's ult is a little too easy to stop, but we'll have to see how well Kijian pulls that one off, and also how well Team KS decides to try to stop that. We'll have to check and see what they go for supports.
Looks like Worm Turtle's going to choose Udyr.
So Mordekaiser, I'm going to have to say, is probably their top for Team Chaos, and then Cho'Gath is most likely their middle, because we know who likes to mid Cho'Gath, so we'll see what middle they decide to choose. Currently, if it's Katarina, I don't know, I'm trying to think about what Katarina would be.
Looks like she might be the jungle. They just added Smite in the summoner spells. And we have a Mundo.
They may be switching, though. I don't even think Katarina can jungle. Well, anyone can jungle, but
Looks like we might have a Katarina and a Kali. Oh, Nautilus. Yeah, this is going to be switching up quite a bit. It looks like they're just playing games. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to choose a Nautilus. Oh, Maokai right at the last moment, and Jaina.
I would have been a little surprised about Nautilus because he's still a pretty new champion. But the Maokai, he's a pretty good jungle. And Worm Turtle had gone with an Udyr, which is also a super strong jungle. So I'll have to see how well that one plays. They can both play offensively or defensively. I think Udyr has the potential to have a slightly better counter jungle than Maokai does, but Maokai has a slightly better lane gank than Udyr does.
Looks like NB Darkname has chosen Sona with the standard Clairvoyance and Clarity.
Yeah. And we got Janna on the other side. So Janna's going to give the shield, have a little more zoning control than Sona will. And that also means that Vayne is going to get the AD from that shield. And Caitlyn is going to have a much better initiate off of a Sona ultimate, and a bit more healing than Janna can provide. Janna has to waste her ult to heal. So hopefully she's really clutch with those shields and with the vortexes, because the sustainability for Caitlyn and Sona is a bit better.
And it looks like Tone has chosen Rumble with his standard Flash, and Ignite.
If we're going with a Mordekaiser top, a Rumble top is a pretty good top against him. Mordekaiser is just super tanky, and with his ability to constantly generate a shield, I think Rumble's lack of not having a mana will be really effective in making sure that he can sustain against a Mordekaiser in lane.
Final pick for Team KS is still to be decided at 15 seconds.
By the looks of it, it could be their... Oh, okay. They could do Mordekaiser mid. Mordekaiser versus Cho'Gath would be a pretty interesting mid. That's going to be fun to watch.
It looks like they are going to choose York.
And so York's... We're going to go with York being the top since he has teleport. York versus Rumble, I think York's... Rumble will probably win it in the first, like levels 1 through 4. But then once York gets all of his ghouls, I think it'll start leaning towards him, just because he has a slightly better range than Rumble. We'll have to see how that scales later, though, because I haven't seen York versus Rumble top. So I'm going to say it's relatively even from what I do know of both champions. In the middle, though, since we got a Mordekaiser versus Cho'Gath, that's going to be just a super farm fight. You know, it's not going to be... I don't think we're going to see a lot of... fights where they just go and try to burst each other down or like tower dive or anything. You know, we could have some kills because they do have some really great jungles, and those jungles could set up some really good ganks. But when we get closer to the mid game, they're going to be hitting against each other with a lot of resistances. So we'll have to see how they build and if they want to build more damage or build more tanky. Summoner spell wise, though, we have Clairvoyance. On both teams.
Yep.
So we will have that. So that'll help with some of the warding. And we also have a Flash and Exhaust on Caitlyn, and then a Flash and a Cleanse on Vayne. So Vayne has a bit better control on making sure to get away, especially against the Sona ult. Vayne can cleanse that. So that'll be really strong. I'm not sure if Cleanse works on Caitlyn's ult. I believe it does, though. So that'll be 2 ways of stopping Caitlyn's ult if it does work like that. And then Caitlyn can use that exhaust. That's the one problem with Janna is her escape mechanics are normally spent helping her AD carry escape. And I see a lot of Jannas that generally get out of position and either decide not to use their ult or have already used it, and because of what her ult does, there's a lot of times where they can get caught off guard. So I'm happy to see that she at least has a flash. Unfortunately, Sona does not have a flash. Sona with clarity. Which means that Sona's going to have to use her movement speed aura and her ultimate as her escape mechanics. So we will see how well that works. On top lane, since we do have a teleport on York, that means we will have a 5-person dragon if they are strong on the dragon timers. And again, Tone went with the summoner spells to help him win his lane.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how this goes. No heals on either side.
Yeah, no one has heals, so there's no fixing. Well, there's still Sona. She does have, a pretty consistent heal, so she can fix a lot of, oops mistakes from Caitlyn. But unfortunately, if Vayne is about to kill you, I don't think a Sona heal is
strong enough to really
to stop a really good
Vayne can do a lot
position
of damage
on Vayne, right? Like it can probably stop like just some harassment or whatever, or like a turret dive, they'll stop and stuff. But yeah, Vayne gets a really great condemn off, and then Janna starts with a vortex, or even uses an ultimate to throw back. That can be really dangerous. I have to see how good that Janna is.
All right. Well, the delay timer is almost up, so we'll be getting to the match very soon. Hopefully, we won't have any technical issues. We did have to restart the computer, so we'll see if it goes to the corner again. If it does, we'll quickly fix that for you guys, so don't worry too much about that. And the moment of truth.
Will it actually full screen or not? Which, strangely enough, sometimes it was in the corner, and then if you actually look at the stream, though, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just really weird. But it does look like we are loading well. As far as skins are concerned, Caitlyn and Cho'Gath and Sona are skinned up top for Master of the House. And for Team KS, they have a Vayne, Jaina, and Yorick skins. So equal skins. These players are playing characters that they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
I've never seen that Yorick skin or that Jaina skin, so
I've seen the Jaina skin. It looks pretty cool in game. Even though she already looks like all super ghostly and white, but that one just, it seems to accentuate a little better. Yeah, but I haven't seen the Yorick skin. That one actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of makes him look like a younger Nautilus.
Yeah, right. Kind of like almost like the Executioner version of Yorick. Like, they have the Executioner Mundo.
Yeah.
Alright. I believe most of the teams are summoning. We are waiting for NB Dark Name. Who's at 100% now, so the game should be getting started. And everyone's summoning. We should be in the game now, unless there were technical issues. And in that case, we might be booted right back out. But we'll find that out.
I would say we've had that happen before, too.
Yeah. So, still summoning. I'm wondering if there has been technical issues and we had to have a restart. But it could just be a delay. Nope, it was a delay. Looks like we were in game. Everyone's kind of playing a little slow. They do have the clairvoyance go off on both sides.
And then so people just finished up their items.
Yeah. Team KS is pinging all over the map as, oh, no. Team Master House is pinging right at Wraiths. And up towards their Baron Bush.
Summoner's Rift.
Looks like we had a sapling thrown down, so they will be protected on their red from invade, which
looks like we do have an invade set up by Mordekaiser and Vayne. Jaina is coming in.
They're kind of split in a weird way, though. I'll have to see if that becomes an issue. Can they see that sapling?
It is in a bush, I believe so. No, it's not. Yes, they can see it. They know it is there. More pinging. Looks like they're just watching their jungle.
Yeah, making sure blue doesn't get invaded.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Molokai is starting Wraiths. Or he's just waiting and chilling there. Yeah, he has two saplings on Wraiths.
We do have another clairvoyance go down.
Minions have spawned.
He does see a bunch of those saplings hanging out.
Now we got wolves for Udyr.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like we're going to have it. Oh, we are going to get an invade. Jaina, Vayne, and Mordekaiser are coming in. Looks like they're going to go for Wraiths first.
They have a ward in that bush, too.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Looks like they're going to pick up Wraiths.
Pick up the
major Wraiths, so that'll slow Udyr down on experience.
So yeah, it looks like Molokai went Wraiths, and now he's going blue.
Yeah. Udyr just got blue. Cho'Gath and Mordekaiser meeting up in middle.
Looks like we already have a gank or a steal.
Oh, it looks like he's coming in to steal red. Pretty good timing. He's just going after wolves. If he does this right, he might be able to grab it. Here comes the Maokai.
His smite is down there, so he's going to pull it in the bush.
Yeah, he pulls it in the bush. It looks like he's probably going to pick that up.
Oh, he's like just going to finish it.
Oh, and gets right out of there. Maokai just missing him. Yorick coming in, but it's probably going to be too late. Yeah, it's going to be too late. Yorick's going to focus back on his lane. Maokai coming in to grab Wraiths. So it looks like Udyr got a little bit ahead there. Yeah, I think red is a bigger steal than the major Wraith.
Yeah, definitely. So great job by Udyr, evening out that Wraith steal and getting a little bit ahead.
Looks like Sona and Caitlyn are pushing pretty hard up on bottom. Cho'Gath's doing a great job pushing.
Yeah,
in the
CS
middle.
wise, we're at 14 for Caitlyn and 9 for Vayne, which I'm not too surprised about in the early game. Caitlyn's range is probably one of the best. So
Ooh, nice silence. Really harassing that Mordekaiser. Wow, he might go down. No, he does put up his shield.
and we got boots and 3 health potions from both middles, and CS wise we're at 13 to 16. But,
Oh, we
first
do got
blood.
the ignite. The tower gets
Oh,
the
the
hit.
shield just barely lets him live.
So close.
And he takes down
picks
Get
up first
Handled.
blood. Wow. Great play by Mordekaiser. So tanky.
Just enough shield to survive that ignite. That was beautiful.
Worm Trail coming in.
Unfortunately, Mord is a little too close to the turret, so
Yeah, I don't know.
think
This isn't a good idea.
he can-
Udyr needs to just protect right now.
yeah. Not to mention he wasn't too sure exactly where MotH was, and that could have been extremely.
He's chasing
bad.
after him. This is not a good idea.
Oh.
Flashing in. He gets rooted. He's going to go down too. And 2 kills, 14 KS. Taking out Cho'Gath and Udyr, who's just pushing way too hard.
Great gank by MotH.
Yep. And that's going to give him, that gives Mordekaiser blue and red.
Looks like Yorick is now winning the lane with all of his ghouls up, doing tons of harassment.
Oh yeah, doing a lot of damage. And on bottom, Caitlyn and Sona are pushing pretty hard.
And on that top lane, we had 21 CS for Yorick and 15 for Rumble. So Rumble's trying his best to make sure to hit last hit off that tower, but Yorick's still in a pretty good position.
As far as gold is concerned, Team KS is ahead by 1,000 gold, and this early on is going to make quite a difference. We do have MotH coming in, but he's not going to get the gank.
Yeah, it looks like they're both just backing and letting him push the lane.
Yep. Looks like Master House is going to have to play this pretty defensively if they're going to want to stay in this match.
Mord picked up a revolver already from those 2 kills he got, so he's already doing a lot of damage. And Get Handled went back and got a Doran's Ring, so he has a little more health and some regen and a little bit of ability power, but Mord is just insane in his damage already.
Yeah,
he
that's
is level
incredible.
6 too, so.
Yeah, he does have his ult.
And he does have the really strong ultimate and ignite. I don't know if his ignite is up right now, but
Oh, takes out. Wow, 1 hit. Takes out Cho'Gath.
well, no, he ulted and then hit him.
Oh, wow. So much damage. This is absolutely ridiculous. That's 3 kills for Team KS, none for
And
Master
they're all
House.
sitting on Mord too, which is one of the very few people you do not want to feed.
Absolutely.
So he's already extremely strong just with those kills.
Udyr coming in. Hopefully he'll play a little safer this time. But on bottom, Caitlyn and Son are really pushing into that tower.
That ward that's in the river, who's using?
That is
Okay.
Master of the Houses.
I was going to say they've been far up there for a long time. I'm surprised I haven't seen a MotH gang.
Well, it
but
looks like
they keep
Maokai
going.
and Mordekaiser are coming in. Probably going to steal that blue.
This is going to
Probably
be...
going to kill...
Yeah, I would say it's going to be a pretty easy kill for...
Yep. They're just waiting, let him go down. Get Handles coming in, they do tons of damage. Udyr's going to go down. 3 of them there. There's not much they can do.
They stole that blue, too. MotH took it.
Great steal by Maokai. And Mordekaiser, with the help of Yorick keeping Rumble out of the game, or out of that fight.
See, it looks like so far just lots of free kills and great control. They were, making sure to control boss on both sides. So Team Cass is definitely bringing it to Master of the House.
Absolutely. They are now over 2K ahead in gold, starting to creep up on the 3K ahead. So Master House is really going to have to do something to turn this around.
Yes,
It's going to snowball pretty soon.
CS-wise, that Mordekaiser's at 58, almost 60, and Cho'Gath is at 36, so he's like 30 down, or 20 down, sorry. And On bottom, Vayne is at 50, while Caitlyn is at 55, so it's still relatively even though Vayne has been last sitting off tower for a while. And on top lane, Rumble's at 26, while York is at 40, so again, York leading in that one too, and maintaining pretty good grass.
Oh, we do have a clairvoyance over on their blue. Jaina's coming in to try and defend. Looks like Master House isn't going to contest it. York going back.
Yeah, and since Mordekaiser is in middle, their blue can be given almost anyone on Team KS because he just doesn't need it.
Yeah.
So Maokai can always be topped on mana, or they can give it to Jaina or Vayne if they wanted to.
Looks like Maokai's coming in to try to help out Vayne and Jaina. Comes in, roots Caitlyn. Lots of damage Caitlyn. Sona ults, pushing them all back. But he's going to do a lot of damage. Caitlyn's going to go down. Sona's forced to retreat back to her tower, giving bottom the advantage for Team KS.
Yeah, Maokai's so strong. He already has his Philosopher's Stone, but just that root, he did, flash root, no problem. Slowed him down.
Absolutely. Now 5-0 in kills. Odir coming in, warding Dragon, getting out of there before Jaina and Vayne and Maokai come in, but they are going to start Dragon.
Got pinged with Sona on bottom.
Does look like Sona is going to contest it, along with Udyr and Cho'Gath. Mordekaiser coming in. It is a 4-on-3 right now.
They at least got a reset, so they can wait for Caitlyn to come up.
Yeah, Rumble is going down too to help out.
Yeah, Udyr's taking some damage from what Gehandle comes in.
Well, it looks like they are going to make Dragon reset again. Vayne is forced to go back. Wards all over the place. Well, nice defense by Master of the House, preventing them from getting that extra gold. And it looks like Cho'Gath is allowed to farm a little bit before Mordekaiser gets back. However, York stayed up here and is farming away.
York is at 56, Rumble is at 45, so he's still maintaining a pretty good amount. Rumble got a couple CS from the middle, so he could still maintain the same amount of CS even though he wasn't in lane.
Yeah, it does look like Team KS is creeping up on the 3K ahead now. Again, this early on in the match is a huge difference.
Yeah, a 5-0 is a pretty strong snowball, especially if they just maintain their advantage and can continue with their CS. It almost guarantees a win for mid-game.
So I'll have to see if Master of the House can survive into late game. Or at least pick up some clutch kills.
Mordekaiser on bottom now too.
Wow, Caitlyn doing a lot of damage to Vayne.
He's coming in from the back, so they don't know he's there.
Yeah. Sona coming in to help out Caitlyn. Udyr's up top grabbing Ryze. But Mordekaiser's right in here. They're pushing the tower though.
Yeah, they pushed it enough.
Cho'Gath and Udyr are coming down.
I don't know if they know that Mord was there either.
I don't believe they do.
Right with the minions too.
Yeah, I believe they do, but
Okay,
Cho'Gath is down here. Yeah. Udyr's came in as well. They're going to back off just in time. They're not going to get the kill. Maokai's coming up to gank Rumble. Rumble's pushed pretty far back too. Oh, it looks like he's going to come in. Possibly grab Wolves. Might wait for Blue to come up.
Yeah, look at that. Maokai was right on top of that blue. It just popped. York's down the help,
great
so
timing.
they are definitely doing some great job in controlling buffs against Udyr.
Yeah, Udyr's coming in. But Maokai... Oh, York grabs Blue. Udyr's too late. Rumble coming in. Unable to stop that.
Yeah, York with a blue is really dangerous because then he has free farm with his ghouls and he can just constantly spend and not have to worry as much about running out of mana constantly.
Yeah, doing so much damage to Rumble. Cho'Gath pushing that tower, but Mordekaiser's one level now ahead, but a solid level ahead. See, it just turned level 8.
Yeah, he's creeping on to 100 CS, while Cho'Gath is only at 70, so he's still 30 down.
There now, 3K ahead, Team KS, as opposing Master of the House. Looks like we do have a Clairvoyance going down. Cho'Gath coming in. We have the ward. They do see Jaina, but she's going to make it back to her tower.
Item-wise, looks like Udyr picked up a Heart of Gold and some magic resist, some armor, and level 1 boost, which I believe he already had. And then Maokai Jungle finished up his Heart of Gold, and looks like he built the next piece for a possible Shurelias. And Mordekaiser has built a small AP book, so he's going to finish off his Will of the Ancients, and he went with Merc Treads. Cho'Gath also went with Merc Treads, but went Double Dorn Ring, so we'll have to see what his first major item that he's going to start building. Rumble has just starting to go back now, and finished up a Revolver, had a health regen item, and got a couple more potions, while Yorick has Merc Treads, and it looks like a Chalice with some attack damage and a Ruby Crystal that he just bought, and a couple more wards.
Looks like Maokai's grabbing their blue. Udyr coming in to grab red.
And Rumble is going to
Yeah, looks like Rumble. Looks like he might be setting up to try and surprise Yorick. Oh, just warding. Getting back. Not doing a lot of damage to Yorick. But Mordekaiser's coming down. Oh, just placing that rune. Ward, not rune. And Maokai's coming in bottom. But they are going to see him. Nice timed ward by Sona. But we do have the root and the ult, though.
That was good ult to keep.
Yeah, flash by Caitlyn gets out of there. Very nice. Looks like Udyr and Maokai are even on levels. Udyr did see that Maokai's all the way down here, so he's coming in. Looks like he wanted to go get a gank on Mord, but he's running in. Ooh, might run into Ward. This might not be good. We do have a dragon. Currently it's not being contested, but Sona and Caitlyn are getting into position, as are Udyr and Cho'Gath. Mordekaiser coming in. Rumble way behind. It's gonna, lots of damage. Jaina's going to go down, but Udyr goes down from Maokai. We're spread out here. Cho'Gath's running back to his tower. Dragon has reset again. Rumble coming in, so 1 for 1. Looks like they're pulling Dragon. No one said to really contest it. They're going to take the Dragon. First Dragon goes to Team KS. Master of the House not really able to contest that all that well. But they did pick up their first kill.
And Vayne almost went down too, but they didn't have mana, and they were sandwiching from 2 different sides, so Team KS could just spread them out if they wanted to and go for some kills.
Looks like Cho'Gath is getting a bit bigger, so he is going to get a little more tankier.
Unfortunately, Mordekaiser's just doing good damage. He picked up a pickaxe though, so it looks like he's scaling his Q, because I believe that, well, auto attacks also, but I believe his Q is the only.
Oh, Sona's getting ganked, gets run over, or gets rooted by Maokai, then killed by Vayne. Which, even though Caitlyn does have more CS, Vayne just keeps getting ganks, and it's just going to give her the advantage in the end.
Yeah, the assists will start stacking up if that's a thing.
We do have a couple pings going down. Yorick knows Udyr is there, backing off just in time. Udyr's not going to be able to get the stun off, and Rumble is dealing with too many minions to help him out.
Caitlyn did just buy a BF sword though, and it looks like Vayne also has BF sword, and may go with a Bloodthirster first. We'll have to see what they both decide to go, since they both have the setup to go it.
Ooh, we're doing a lot of damage to Udyr, but Cho'Gath's in there to back him up. Team KS is now Solidly 4K ahead, moving up to 5K. Really pushing that Caitlyn back.
Also, okay, I'm not sure if he's going with the Ancients because he went with some lifesteal for on the Mordekaiser, so he could be going Hextech Revolver as his first item. Malachi himself has picked up a Spirit Visage also, and it looks like Yorick has just finished up a Mallet, so he'll have some slow, which would be pretty nice. And Rumble is still farming, so he hasn't gone back yet to buy any items. And on supports, we got Sona has not finished Heart of Gold yet, but has finished Philosopher's Stone, and Jenna has finished Philosopher's Stone and Heart of Gold, and has picked up a couple extra wards. Also has some pink wards, so she'll be able to throw those out whenever she needs to.
Yeah, it is official. Team KS is solidly 4K ahead now.
Yeah, CS-wise,
more and more.
on bottom, Caitlyn's 143, Vayne is 125, so Caitlyn is winning in that department, but Vayne does have 1 kill and 2 assists. In middle, Cho'Gath is 124, and Mordekaiser is 149. So
it looks like the first tower is going to come down. Oh, no, Mordekaiser's backing off. Udyr coming in to clean up those minions.
On top, Rumble is at 114 with York at 117, so they're maintaining a pretty even spread on that one, but unfortunately, York does have at least 1 assist, so he is slightly ahead in gold.
Wow, Vayne doing a lot of damage to Caitlyn.
Yeah, Vayne and Caitlyn's build is almost exactly the same. The only difference is Vayne has 2 Doran's Blades, and Caitlyn has a Doran's Blade and a dagger, so Caitlyn has slightly more attack speed, but Vayne has a bit more health, a little more lifesteal, and a little more attack damage. And that shield helps with increasing your attack damage also.
Oh, it looks like we have a battle in the middle. Cho'Gath doing a lot of damage to Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's forced to go back. He's close enough to his tower where he's going to be safe. But he took a lot of damage there. Cho'Gath is starting to really come around. Oh, but York takes out Tone. Running back away from the tower.
I'm not sure if Malachi helped with that. I don't think he did, though. Or no, he's pretty low, so yeah, it looks like they both...
Yeah, they both got the gank.
Unfortunately, Cho'Gath used his ulti to do a lot of that damage to Mordekaiser, so probably just farm up, and unless Mordekaiser gets really out of position, Cho'Gath will just continue to CS until he has his ultimate again.
But Maokai's coming in to give him some support. Do the science. He's going to back off. Maokai coming in. Looks like he wants to loop around to catch Cho'Gath off guard.
Cho'Gath had picked up a World of the Ancients, though, so he does have some spell damage, which is pretty nice.
We do have a lot of damage coming onto that top tower. But Rumble is coming. Looks like it might be able to survive. Yeah, it is going to be able to. As Tone comes in to clear up the CS. Oh, lots of damage. But that Ignite kills Cho'Gath.
And shield again by...
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That Mordekaiser is so good. He's really great at baiting and sitting under his tower and just making sure he has just enough shield to survive.
Cho'Gath could have won that, but those tower shots just did him in.
Yeah, and
then
he just
that
finished his Hex
really
Tech
key
Revolver.
Ignite.
So now he has another ranged ability. It looks like he's picking up another AP stick, which will help with his damage and also help with his shield generation, and then a couple more wards.
Yeah, it looks like Team KS is now 5K ahead in gold.
Yeah, CS-wise and kill-wise, they're so far ahead, and they're constantly pushing their advantage, constantly taking jungle objectives. They do have 1 dragon, which the next dragon should actually be up pretty soon. It just popped.
Good call.
And then, so it looks like we're getting some advanced warding, and they're going to start on that dragon timer.
Looks like they're going to pull dragon right now. I don't believe Master House can really answer this.
It looks like they're positioning to contest, but...
Yeah, Rumble's still up there. Cho'Gath is coming in.
They see Udyr too, so that's a free
Yeah, they
kill.
do come in. They're going to take out Udyr. Thrown up too late by Cho'Gath. Sona's there. They're getting pushed back by Vayne. That's a second dragon for Team KS.
Yeah, KS
Who
control
now
really
has
well.
almost 7K ahead. So they're getting further and further ahead.
Yeah, they zone top and bottom really well to make sure they can maintain that dragon. Not to mention that ward, and Udyr was just sitting in a bush, didn't know it was there. We don't have an Oracle on Udyr yet, which I'm a little bit surprised about. He may actually buy one when he resurrects, since that's the reason why he died. It wasn't that he was. It wasn't like a bad decision by him. It was just a lucky ward. And good decision.
It does look like Cho'Gath was able to pick up blue. Maokai could not come in and take that. Does take up a turret shot, but he's pretty beefy. That Vayne and Jaina really zoning Sona and Caitlyn now.
Yeah,
we do have a fight in the jungle, but York's there to help them out. Rumble comes in.
Neither Caitlyn nor Vayne have gone back yet. So they're both sitting on pretty much the same items. Jaina is I think a little bit ahead. Because she has 3 assists, and I think she finished her heart of gold before Sona did, so she probably has a few more wards out. She did have a couple of pink wards. Not to mention she's also sitting on 2 dragons. So when they both go back, I believe that Vayne and Jaina will be pretty far ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And even still, they're just totally dominating the lane now. Although Caitlyn has a lot of CS, Vayne has a lot of kills.
So Vayne only has 1 kill, but 2 assists.
Oh yeah.
It's more.
Ooh, another kill by Maokai. A team fight with Yorick, who's able to take him out. Rooting by Maokai. Getting up on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's gonna go down. That turret's not gonna last much longer. That turret does go down. He does consume Yorick, but Yorick gets the kill on Cho'Gath, taking him out. Udyr's coming in, but it's just him versus Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's fed. Several levels ahead now.
It's 17 to 12. That's the death wish.
We do have a surrender from Master of the House.
The first match going to Team KS quite handedly too.
Oh, absolutely. They are very strong.
Mordekaiser was doing really great. That Maokai was picking up extremely good ganks, especially on bottom with the flash, and then his charge. So,
yeah, I think Master of the House knew that they had snowballed too much, and it was just too late. So hopefully they can rethink their strategy and bring it back for match 2. We are going to turn off the stream real quick, but we'll be back for match 2 of round 1 of the Ryze bracket for the Rise Up Tournament 2012. See you in just a moment.